All right. When everybody starts to get in here, we'll officially start the live stream. I just want to make sure everything is going good with the gameplay and everything like that. No glitching or anything like that. I think we're going to be good to go for this one. The last one was really weird as far as the lagging that was going on, but I think this one should be good. Give it like another minute and then we will officially start things. What a play by Truin. I know that starting these live streams at 1 o'clock on a Friday is probably not the greatest idea, but it's the only time that I have time to do them. So, if you guys are wondering, and like I said, I say it with every live stream, you can always go back and watch the full live stream on your own if you want. That's why I'm not too worried about if anybody's in here at the actual start of the live stream. Alright, well, we get another minute here. We'll run like 2 more plays and then we'll get into the actual meat and potatoes of this thing. One more touchdown, Tyquan Garrett. Yep, alright. That's what we'll do then. So the plan is go for about 2.5 hours. I think on the original live stream that I did, or the first one I did of this regular season, it was 2 hours and 24 minutes. So it's about how long I expect this one to be as well. Nothing to really talk about in recruiting. One thing I did want to mention, I noticed this at the end of the last episode. Free safety Steve Ellis actually got playing time in a recent game. Therefore, he's actually lost his redshirt status. It's unfortunate. It was in the game against Boise State. So 52-17 victory. He plays 1 down in that game. And now he loses his red shirt. And next year he's going to be coming in as a true sophomore instead of a redshirt freshman. So a little unfortunate. I think the player I really want to talk about here is Anthony Tobin. Because the last couple of weeks, this guy, or there's been a couple of games this season where he's just been on fire. 28 touchdowns, 7 interceptions on the season. Last game, 6 touchdown passes, no INTs. It's the second time this season that he's thrown 6 touchdown passes in a game. And throughout his last 4 games, only has 1 interception. And we have been rolling offensively. This is probably the most dominant this team has ever been throughout this entire series. Anthony Tobin is a big reason why it's been that way. Looking at the schedule here, like I said, I mean, you kind of saw it there with Anthony Tobin's stats. We've been really good all season long. I think we're going to have some challenging games here to finish off this regular season. Washington State is no slouch. They're 4-6, I get it, but they've been our biggest rival of the entire series. And then after that, we're going to play a ranked Memphis team on the road. So this is not going to be an easy end to the season. Washington State has losses against Washington, Mississippi State, Memphis they got blown out against. And then really they've been struggling the last 5 weeks because they've lost 4 of their last 5 games. They did beat Tulane 24-3. Tulane's kind of fallen off a little bit. Washington State, on paper, doesn't look like a good team. As far as like their schedule, we could look at their roster here and see if their roster indicates anything different potentially. 86 overall, the highest guy, and he is injured. Their quarterback is Kareem Okafor. 81 overall. He's a senior, former 2-star. His accuracies look pretty good. He's got decent throw power. He's just not mobile whatsoever. We know Washington State likes to throw the football, but 16 interceptions on the season. 2 games, he's thrown 5 INTs, and somehow he's still starting. In the last 3 weeks, he has 10 interceptions. I would love to have a 5 interception game against this guy. And somehow the game they lost 65-10 was one of his best games on the season. The completion percentage is really low. But he did have a good game against Tulane, though. Actually, this was his best game of the season. This guy's not been good. So I expect we could probably take advantage of him. Not really worried about the running game, especially when Glenn Folk, the number 1 guy, is out. Their receivers are terrible. We could run a lot of man coverage in this game. Troy Tyree's pretty decent, though. Probably should be the guy that's getting the most playing time. Their offensive line is also not very good. The right side's a little bit better. Their defensive line actually has a couple of good pass rushers here. Liati Stumpf and Bryce Gann are both not too bad. Their corners are pretty slow, and our receivers have been really good this season, so I think we could take advantage of that. Their safeties as well are pretty slow, and the depth that they have is just bad. Washington State is a team that I wish that they could have been a team that was always good, because I know that having them be our number 1 rival, I want them to be good. Right now, they're kind of middle of the pack in recruiting. They have 2 4-stars they're bringing in, and they need those receivers bad. Thomas and Genus, they need these guys bad. But as far as like total recruiting goes, we are in first place by a good margin here in the Pac-12 with our 4 5-stars coming in. So, like I said, not much to talk about as far as recruiting goes. We have like 315 points that we could spend, or hours, I should say. Maybe we could go on here and just look at these athlete prospects. Just add some of these guys to the board here. You never know with these guys. They could be pretty solid. We can look at ones that don't have any offers. Might as well. Let's add some to the board here. And I guess we can do some scouting on these guys. We have the points to spend. We have the hours to spend, so you might as well. Jeremy Funches is an elusive back. 92 speed's pretty solid. And there you go. You get these athletes that are gems, and you take them serious. Quandre Worthy. There's another one for you. There's another one. Josh Hardman. Donovan Joe. All right, there's 4 guys right there. I mean, we don't need a 28-man class, though, and that's the reason that I kind of stopped scouting some of these guys. And we got a lot of gems here. Maybe a guy like Anthony Murray you could drop off the board here. Just kind of give up and allow Baylor to take him, potentially. His speed is pretty slow at 89. And maybe a guy like Jeremy Funches could be a corner. Or maybe even Quandre Worthy. He looks like a fast linebacker, maybe a safety. I don't know. We'll figure the recruiting out. I'm not entirely worried. We have a really strong class, and I'm not really worried about bringing more players in. So let's just get into the action here. That way I don't bore you guys. We've been on here for 9 minutes, and we've seen no game. So no game time. I have a new playbook, Utah State Custom 4. I'll get into why I created a new playbook in the future. Nothing changes on the playbook except for simulation stuff. Go with the all black uniforms here. Just give me 1 second, and then we'll get into this. All right. Hopefully the guys that are in here usually are able to make the stream. If not, I know that they'll be supporting it after the fact. As we have good weather here. I'd love to see some snow. I mean, that's the one thing that I'm definitely waiting for is, like, can we please just get one snow game? That's all I'm asking for. Before College Football 25 is over, can we get one snow game? I highly doubt it's going to happen. It would be really fun to see, though. We're at home for Game 11. We have not had a perfect season in the series. Perfect regular season. And we're kicking off to begin this game. Washington State will get the football first. They're 4-6, but I don't think it's a team that we can kind of just push to the side and say, let's get ready for Memphis. We need to take these guys serious. They always play us really well, and we'll see if our defense and our offense can continue the dominant season that they've been on. This is where a true challenge comes into place, though, because we know Washington State likes to go hurry-up offense. They like to pass the football, and it's oftentimes been our biggest weakness. As they start in the pistol, spread set. As from the 19-yard line, and it's going to be a sack for Dylan Garrison. He has been good all season for us, and he gets another one. As he is walking it out. 2nd and 17 upcoming, and Alex Cheeseman already with some leg cramps. I mean, we're talking about it's November now, and we're still getting leg cramps. So they stay in the pistol here. Greg Tecklenburg getting pretty much everyday playing time now because of the new defense that we're showing, because of all the injuries we've had. And just like that, we got him backed up 3rd and 17, and we got Steve Ellis out there on the field. This is a player that I expect to have an excellent breakout season next year. For this year, he's going to continue to play defense. Here comes Lima off the edge, and we get the sack. 3 plays, minus 10 yards for Washington State. And we're going to be getting the football back in a hurry. Juan Lima with 53 career sacks. We need to check on how close he is to breaking the all-time career record in college football history, as Steve Ellis will get an opportunity on the return. And he needs to work on that agility big time. As we'll have it midfield here. J.D. Skillen's out for the season, so one of our impact players is out. And he's been out for a while now. See, that's what I was talking about. I have coach suggestions on here now. I have a whole game plan set up. And that's kind of what I was talking about there for a second. It's all for simulation purposes. As we start from the 50-yard line here, Anthony Tobin has been really good this year, as he will swing this out to Qualls with a juke move, and Zach Qualls will pick up 19 yards. And just like that, Utah State into Washington State territory. As we'll give this one to Xavier Blunt up the middle. And he is gang tackled after a pickup of 2. I know I have an outside run. I just haven't called it really all season. Here it is, from Ace Offset. Let's try this here and see if it'll work at all. Tried to cut it back up. I mean, you got what you could get out of it. 3rd and 4. Let's go bunch here. And we'll do this play right here and see if it works out at all. I'm looking for Ferkser more than likely here on this play. Or Truin potentially. Let's just get it to Ferkser. He's wide open. Obviously, we didn't allow him to run his full route there. I don't want to be super aggressive. There's no reason. But with 17-mile-per-hour wind, Villalobos' kick is going to be right down the middle. He's been perfect all season. No reason to be super aggressive there. Let's trust the guy who's been perfect all season. And really, at the end of the day, I think that it's a matter of executing on that last play. If you're Washington State, you got to be happy with that right there, because you gave them the ball with short field, and you were able to actually make a stand and force a field goal. That's good. As they're going to stick with this spread pistol set. We'll see if they try to run the ball at all out of it. From the 21-yard line here. 5 interceptions in 2 games in a row, and he just threw this one to Christian Stuckey. He had 5 interceptions in back-to-back games a couple of weeks ago. And there's number 1 of potentially 5 as Christian Stuckey makes this a 10-0 ball game. He's not a pass coverage linebacker at all, and he was just in the right spot there. We went cover 3. And this quarterback just does not see the field well at all. And Stuckey's not even draft eligible after this season. I imagine that when he is, he's going to be a pretty high draft pick. So 10-0 we lead now. This is probably the easier of the 2 games that we're going to play in this live stream, as we're going to go on the road to play Memphis in the next one. If the season were to end today, we would be a 2 seed, and we would play the winner of Nebraska and Wisconsin. I don't think it's actually going to play out that way, but you never really know. Just got a notification that the Steelers are working on a trade for Chris Olave. I'm not sure that'll happen as Tecklenburg gets the sack. It's his 2nd of the game already. And Washington State might want to just quit the game already. Tecklenburg with 21 career sacks. Actually pretty impressive. And Loco is in the chat. What's going on, dude? 2nd and 18 here. They're just going to run the ball. First run of the game for Washington State. And they pick up 14. I trust our man coverage here in this situation. Their receivers are not very good. Our DBs are pretty solid, and Dylan Garrison gets the sack. Go Dogs. 4th and 12. They're going to punt the football back to us. They have negative 11 yards early in this game, and we're rolling on defense. Offensively, our possession was pretty short. We got a pick 6 by Christian Stuckey. And Steve Ellis lost his red shirt because he actually played in that Boise State game, unfortunately. So we're just going to put him back out there and use him. So 1st and 10 from the 45. Good field position again. And Blunt will be taken down. And he's also shaken up on the play. He's started to become a little injury prone, it feels like. Begging us to pass it here. Yeah, I'll probably get it because I'm excited to move on from this game, because I'm excited to see if they add anything else in the future in 26 that they don't have in this one. But I can't lie, it's going to be pretty difficult for me to move off of this series, though, because I've enjoyed it so much that it's going to be hard. I was at 1st down and 10 now, as we'll go play action. Ah, that was bad. That was bad. I saw that safety coming down. I mean, we haven't seen anything yet, other than a little teaser that they dropped a couple of weeks ago. We haven't seen anything as far as the trailer goes. So, Layman, run over that guy. I honestly don't know what to expect yet. Until we see one of those, like a full trailer, I don't know what to expect. I do anticipate it being a lot better. I don't see how the game is going to be worse. Blunt's pretty shaken up, so I'm going to actually take him out of the game. Yeah, I don't honestly see how the game could be worse, but you never know at the end of the day. Put Layman in the game here. Want to run a screen here. That's definitely true. That is definitely true. Float out to Layman. I got a bullet past that right there, but sometimes it takes too long. But yeah, that's definitely true. And it's frustrating because I want to do a Madden series this year, but Madden just continuously gets neglected. And so it does worry me doing a Madden series. I do want to do one. We'll just have to see if the game looks like it's going to... Ah, dang it. Hit the wrong button. I am rusty. It's been a couple of... maybe a week or so since I've played the game. So I am a little bit rusty. Try not to throw an interception here. I don't want to make Tobin look bad. Garrett could be open on this play. We're just going to throw it to Qualls. Should we take another field goal here? That's not even the play I wanted to run. Firkser could be open on this play. Nearly intercepted. I'm not playing good on offense right now. Time to lock in. We could have a 13-0 lead. There's no reason that we need to go for that necessarily. Good run defense there. Should be coming back with a holding. Of course, if you remember, I think Washington State beat us the first, was it maybe 4 times? Or the first 5 times that we played them? I think it's 4. So when we finally beat them, you know, we got that monkey off our back, and we've not lost to them since. I think it's 2 straight victories for us, as Lima nearly with a TFL. Second and 21. We continue to back them up, and that's a safety. I'm pretty sure in the last episode I showed off the sliders and the settings that I play on. I'm still on Heisman, and I'm still running the same sliders that I've been running for the last, like, 3 months. And there has not been an update. Get the football. And Daniel Jones is going to be taken out after that. What in the world was that, dude? That was atrocious. What in the world? Let's give Lincoln Bach a chance, I guess, because that was bad. But yeah, I'm still playing on the same slider set that I've been playing on since, you know, like 3 months ago. And I just think that this team is that dominant. I think that's what this boils down to, is it's not that the game is playing differently. I think it's the team that I am controlling has become that good. We have a linebacker now, finally, because we've had good linebackers, or what felt like good linebackers. But now with Christian Stuckey, we have a really good linebacker. Second and 1, I like throwing deep balls in these situations. And Tyquan Garrett with a step in stride. Garrett's going to take it the distance. And it's a touchdown for Utah State. When you put corners that are like 71 overall on a receiver that has 96, 97 speed, press coverage, it's too, and you bring that safety down, that's too easy. It's too easy. I'm looking forward to playing a team like Memphis. Not even Memphis. I'm looking forward to playing, you know, college football playoff teams, because we've just been too good. We really have. 19-0 in the first quarter, on pace for near 80 points. We've just been too good this season, which really does make me feel like there will be we'll start the process of wrapping the series up after this year. Pretty much no matter what happens in the college football playoff, if we make it that far, but we'll be in the process of wrapping this season up, as they finally will get a first down. It took them the entire quarter to get it, but they have moved the chains for the first time. It's been -6 yards for Washington State, and our passing game continues to dominate, even though it's been pretty much one play. There's a good chance, too, that Notre Dame could potentially be our Pac-12 championship game opponent. We are on track to winning this game, so I don't want to speak too soon, but right now we are on track to winning this one. So with a win, will be a pretty much lock in the Pac-12 championship game. Who will play? It could be Memphis. It could be Notre Dame. It's probably going to be one of those two teams. Maybe Stanford. Another sack. And that is Dylan Garrison again. This is getting ugly. I trust our man coverage again here on 3rd and 12. Should I? I don't know. Back at the 39-yard line. Can we get another stop here? Here comes pressure, and Lima is all over it. 7 sacks for Utah State. I promise you I didn't put the game on freshman because I'm afraid of Washington State. Am I afraid of Washington State? A little bit. I can't lie. But I'm still on Heisman. You can't show the sliders from the game menu, but I'm running the same sliders that I've always ran. At the end of the day, I think we are just that good. I know I just said that, but I think that's what it is at the end of the day. And what in the world was that punt? This is ridiculous right now. Let's go put CJ Whiting in the game. Might as well. I mean, we're going to probably win this game with ease. Let's just have some fun with it. I want to do a design quarterback run here and see what happens. Let's just see what happens with Tobin. Okay, 1 yard. They're doing it again. Why are you running press coverage on my receivers with slow and not good corners? If one of those safeties comes down, I'm going to throw it. And it's going to Garrett again. Garrett with a step. And he's got it again. And he's got another touchdown. Why are they doing it? Am I abusing it? You tell me. I'm not calling plays that work 100% of the time. That's not what I'm doing. I'm just watching. I'm looking at what kind of coverage they're bringing. You're showing me press coverage. Okay, that's what you're showing me. Press coverage, and you're bringing your safety down. It looked like it was cover 1 is what they ran. All we have to do is look at the depth chart here for Washington State. Number 11 is a 79 overall. 91 speed, so he's not the worst in the world at all. And his press is at 68. So if I put it on aggressive. If I put what on aggressive? Now let's go to receiver here. Let's go Tyquan Garrett. He's a 78. So actually he's not even really, he's a lower overall than the dude he's playing against. But he's got 83 release. So 83 release over 68. Adaptive AI. I wonder, is that something I can do now? I can look at that after this game and see, because I have had games where they start to shut it down. So we'll see. I've also seen where, like, I don't know where my pen went, or I would write it down so I don't forget, but I can always go look at the chat. You know, I've seen where, like, you know, if you run the ball, first play of the possession every time, the CPU will start to bring everybody down in the box. They'll bring the safeties down in the box, and they're daring you to throw the ball because you pass or you run on the first play of every possession. So they want you to, they're stacking the box, they're daring you to throw. So I have seen where, like, they'll adapt that way. Like, they'll adapt to your play calling. And the crazy thing is, not even my play calling that it's just they're pressing my receivers. And when I see that, I'm going to hot route them and put them on a streak every single time. And we're about to get off the field again on defense. Let's see if they keep that running back in there to block here. We're only going to bring 4. They do. Can the pressure get there? Nobody's getting open, and Juan Lima's got another sack. What is going on? This game is probably going to be over at halftime. It's been over since the first quarter, but hopefully the Memphis game can give us bigger problems. Trying to get something going with Steve Ellis in the return game here. Let's get CJ White in a carry here. See, they're not pressing here. And Whiting has just enough speed to get the edge. Yeah, this game's over. It's over. I mean, when we got our 5th, I think it's our 5th running back. Yeah, but when you have your 5th running back in the game because you're beating a team so bad, well, you know the game's over. They're stacking the box against us, though. They might just believe that we're going to run the ball. That's what we're doing, but looks like we're going to have a holding on that play. They are pressing Truin now. I'm not gonna hot route them, just because I don't even know if that's what they'll really do. Whiting is a receiving back, and we're gonna have another flag. It should be a late hit too. Demarius Ahmad now on a holding. So is this where the game starts to cheese it for the CPU now, or? Like 2nd and 28, I don't even know what to call on this play. I'm going to call a wide receiver screen. And Zach Quall's got a lot of it back. Darrell Ferkster, unfortunately, just hasn't really had the game the season that I would have liked. I'd like to throw this curl route to him out there. Tobin lost the football, and it's going to go out of bounds. I think we had the wind at our back here. Yeah, 53-yarder. With the wind at our back. Let's see. This will be the longest field goal of this season or career of Manu Villalobos. And it's, whoa. That is the first missed kick of the season for Villalobos. That was not good. It's all good, though. Just don't let it become a problem. That was ugly. So Washington State maybe trying to get some momentum here after that terribly missed kick. Can Jamison Awesome get a sack? I mean, I think he's the only guy on the defensive line that hasn't gotten a sack here. Somebody's getting a sack, and it's B.J. Garrison. This is crazy. I can't believe how dominant this defense is right now. Another terrible punt. Like, what is going on with this punter? Ball at the 47. See if the secondary backs off here and we can throw this out to Truin. Okay, Zach Truin with a little 5-yard reception. I'll take that. Zach Qualls underneath. Still have CJ Whiting out there. Of course, we recruited him as a receiver, so. Tobin with a burst all the way to the 3-yard line. And I'm going to take CJ Whiting out here. Put Xavier Blunt back in the game. Touchdown, Xavier Blunt. This is a good old-fashioned you-know-what whooping. I mean, this was 33-0 at halftime. We'll look at the adaptive AI thing and when edit coach thing. Because I mean, let's see what I have it at. I feel like that's what I have it at, but I'm not sure at the same time. I mean, because I've had games where it felt like the AI was definitely adapting to the way I was play calling. Another interception. And BJ Garrison with the pick this time. This is the biggest blowout I think I've ever had in this series. If you weren't here when I showed the stats for this quarterback, he had back-to-back games where he threw 5 interceptions. Another holding. That has been the one negative point about this game. I'm talking about like this specific game against Washington State. Other than that, we've been nearly perfect the entire time. Nine first downs to their 1. Truin with a no. Truin does not catch it. Ferkser a yard shy. Go ahead and just call a timeout. I'm going for this here. I'd like to put 40 up. So here's my coach suggestions here. I think that I'm the one that put these. So let's try it out. See if my coach, see if Jalen Clark knows what he's talking about here. Blunt up the middle to the 14. Time will start ticking here, so we got to be quick with this. And Tobin goes down. We'll use our second timeout. Going with the coach again. Looks like they're not going to go man coverage here. Tobin pressured. Tobin, could this be a Heisman moment? 3rd and inches upcoming. Had he scored there, I mean, that's a Heisman moment right there. Do I think he's actually got a chance at winning the Heisman? I'm not entirely sure. 3rd and inches from the 4. That was terrible. 4 seconds to go. We could kick a field goal here, but what's the fun in that? Touchdown, Zach Truin. I didn't think he was going to hang on there. He did, though. And with no time left in the first half, we have a 39-0 lead. Loco, I'm sorry you have to witness a murder, dude. And this video might get flagged now. This live might get flagged. This is ugly. This is ugly. Can't be much fun. If there's anybody you want to see, if there's anything you want to see, I can. Stephen Beebe, he's going to get the second half, I would say. Because how much? Tobin has 230 yards, 3 touchdowns. Yeah, there's no reason to keep him in. Of course, we could go out here and try another 6 touchdown performance, but I'm not going to do that. Stephen Beebe, let's go. Daniel Jones, I guess, can see the field. I promise I'm not just shafting him. And as far as the receivers go, we could do something like this. We haven't really seen Bayless at all. Take Ferkser out. Let's get J.J. Gessner out there. And then our slot receiver, where's it at? Right here. Can be Bayless. Steve Ellis getting an opportunity to return it here. And he had a crease for a second. He will be a running back next season, so we'll finally get to see him carry the ball. So BB in at quarterback with this game pretty much over. Daniel Jones back-to-back carries here. We'll go I formation. First down for Jones. He's always getting hurt. And that's the one reason he hasn't played that much, is because you bring him in, he gets hit one time, and it's pretty much like he's out for the rest of the game. I'm not going to keep somebody in who's shaken up like that, because he's at risk of fumbling the ball at the end of the day. 2nd and 5. Let's go with a quarterback run here. So here's a crazy stat. In this entire series, I have never shut out a team. Never. In this entire series, I've never shut out a team. So it'll be interesting to see if we're able to do that today. Oh my gosh. Stephen Beebe, man. I like Beebe. I think he's easily the best backup quarterback in the nation, but like the dude cannot get out of his own head right now. There's Bayless on the reception. He picks up 9 yards for what I believe is his first career reception. Marching our way down the field. Nice little juke by Lehman. J.J. Gessner shaking up on the play. So the guy I want to put in now is Carl Loudermilk. I don't know if he's played at all this season. Go with Stick out of wing. He's a blocking tight end. I think he's got star development, maybe impact. As he comes down with it, he's a blocking. Jeez, man. Another guy injured. It's his leg. See if we can't get Devontae Haslam another touchdown. He's got one this season. Good play by the defensive end there. J.J. Gessner, bruised sternum, will not be able to return to this game. So now it's Everett Eagles. Layman down to the 2, can't get in. And Loudermilk with the touchdown, his first career touchdown. We'll see if he ever gets a chance. We got a 5-star tight end coming in. You know, I don't know how many more seasons we're going to see here in this Dynasty. This will be the last Dynasty season that I play out fully. The rest of them are going to be like simulation. I'll kind of talk about it as we get there. You're going to know what I mean in episode 1 of season 8. Or, yeah, the first episode of Season 8. You're going to know what I mean. But you'll kind of... We'll get there. 47-0. Just looking for a shutout now. Loco, I don't know if you're still in here, but... And we're not going to get the shutout. Washington State's going to score in one play. We'll see. Maybe we can still get it. Kareem Okafor, only his 3rd reception of the game. They're running it. Can we get a goal line stand? I mean, this is the most important point in the entire game here. Dalvin Kukubila's barely played today. It hasn't really been by design, but Washington State's going to score. The game won't let me get a shutout. No matter what I do, it just won't allow me to do it. At this point, just trying to get through the rest of this game. I mean, it's over. At this point, let's just get out of here safely. Let's go Alex Linkenbach on the deep ball. Laid in the basket by Stephen Beebe. Somebody beat these guys like 63-10 earlier this season, and I thought, man, that's kind of crazy that they got blown out that bad. But we're on pace of making this another type of game like that. 54-7 is the score. We're just making it look too easy. Everybody is feasting on Washington State at the moment. I know that this right here is not good for viewership because not many people want to stick around to watch a 54-7 blowout. They'd rather watch a more exciting game. Fumble, and Lima's got it. We're getting the ball back. This is crazy. This is just ridiculous. Let's take the right guard out. Geraldo. Let's take him out. Let's put Richard Boulware in the game. See if this tight end screen to Loudermilk works here. Tight end screens have not really done good in this series. It's going to work here, though. Loudermilk, another touchdown for Carl Loudermilk. He's not got the greatest speed in the world. 60-7 to score. We'll bring in Larry Wooten now. And the game plan defensively has not been anything crazy. It's been like the same thing the entire game. I'm not even trying to disguise what I'm doing. They know what I'm doing. Just nobody's getting open. Greg Tecklenburg has 5 sacks, dude. Wow. He's going for a school record here. This is crazy. This is just absolutely ridiculous. Garrison has 2 of them. I was going to control Tecklenburg, but I just feel like that's not even fair. Another interception. BJ Garrison has stone hands. I like BJ Garrison. He's an athlete. I mean, he is a straight up athlete. He flies around the field, but he's got some stone hands. Another terrible punt. I don't typically ever do this. I never do this, but I'm turning on shoe clock. The reason I never do it is because I play on 6-minute quarters with no runoff to begin with, and so I just kind of feel like if I mess with that, the game will be too slow. I mean, too fast, and you're not going to see enough plays where it would make sense, but we're at a point right now in the rest of this game that we don't need to. Let's just get this thing over with, pretty much. So we will turn on shoe clock now. Bo Metropolis. What a name. So Larry Wooten in the game. I'm not sure he's ever going to have a future as a starter. Nice little run by C.J. Whiting there. All right, that takes us to the 4th quarter finally. Maryland and Oregon ahead of us. Both of those teams 9-1. Oregon's only loss is to us, so I just need to know why they're ahead of us. We're clearly the better team. There's Bayless on the reception. He's to the 17-yard line. Also, the quarter lengths will change after this season as well, since I said I'll be doing a lot more simulating. As Whiting up the middle, down to the 1. Let's give him a touchdown if we can. But yeah, the quarter lengths will change to what a lot of guys do. I like 6 minutes, no runoff, because it's been the best for me. Come on, Whiting. I'm trying to give you a touchdown, man. I don't think you're really going to get this opportunity again. This is your chance, man. There you go. Touchdown, C.J. Whiting. I would go for 2 here to just make the score funny, but 68-7. I mean, this has been ridiculous. Everything that we've called on offense has just worked. Defensively, everything we've done has just worked. Once again, I'm not doing anything special defensively. I'm running the same plays pretty much, and they're not cheese plays. These are the same plays that other teams have beat me for quite often. So they put the backup in now. What it really boils down to is they just don't have receivers that can get open. And we could probably take our starters out now. This game's over. Once again, nobody's getting open. They might actually put together a decent drive here. Like I said, I think that quarterback that they have should have been taken out a long time ago as their starter. Like, not in this game. I'm talking about in the entire season, because he's just not been good. But this Washington State team has just not been good either. I'd like to get one more sack with Tecklenburg. I don't even know if it'd be possible. Really, at the end of the day, we should probably just put Sateki Luvu in. That's what I'm going to do now. Kugbila maybe should get a little bit of playing time. It's just like we've just dominated this game. We've just been cruising. It's hard to make the changes. Let's take Garrison out now. Mike Perkins shaken up. That wouldn't be good if he was out. Miguel Catapano gets beat. That's not the guy you expect to get beat there. Only 111 yards for Washington State all game. To the end zone and they score. We're close. We're close to getting out of here. We have 2 minutes, 30 seconds remaining. I don't anticipate Washington State calling timeouts. When you're getting beat by 54, yeah. At this point, I just want to get out of this game with no more injuries. So a first down would pretty much end this one. CJ Whiting with an excellent run. That takes us to the 2-minute timeout. CJ Whiting with 89 yards rushing in this game. And we can finally just kneel this one out. CJ Whiting with a career day. And as a receiving back, could have a future on this team. That's just, you know, you never know. We like our running backs here in this offense and here in Logan, Utah. It's Larry Wooten kneeling us out here the rest of the game. (68-14). That's the most points we've scored in the entire series. It's one of the best games that we've played in the entire series. I don't know what's going on with Washington State. They gave us some incredible battles early in the Dynasty. They gave us problems. We just couldn't beat them. Now, all of a sudden, they're terrible. Anthony Tobin, 230 yards passing, 3 touchdowns. 566 yards of offense. We ran the ball for 222 yards. They ran the ball for -36. 3 turnovers by them, none by us. We dominated the time of possession. Looking at their quarterback, Kareem Okafor, was atrocious. Atrocious. Troy Tyree had 1 good catch. Anthony Tobin was really, really good. Stephen Beebe was probably even better. He had 3 touchdowns. Larry Wooten. CJ Whiting was the #1 running back. Anthony Tobin. What's up, Loco? You did not miss anything. You missed a 68-14 blowout. A boring game. Unless you like to watch me run the score up. I mean, I don't know what's going on. I'm going to check out 68-14. Just a straight up blowout. I'm going to check the edit coach and see if there's something for adaptive AI and see if I haven't triggered it. Yeah, it was a blowout. Zach Qualls, good game. Zach Truin with a good game. Carl Loudermilk's a true freshman tight end we brought in. He's a blocking tight end, but has decent speed for a blocking tight end. He had 2 touchdowns. Lincoln Bach had a deep ball score. Tyquan Garrett had 2 touchdowns. Of course, you saw those. We didn't give up any sacks. This right here is the crazy thing. Greg Tecklenburg, 5 sacks. Juan Lima, 2.5. Dylan Garrison, 2. BJ Garrison, 1. And then interceptions for BJ Garrison and Christian Stuckey. You also saw BJ Garrison. You also missed BJ Garrison. Dropped another interception. He just continues to do it. He's an athlete, but man, does he have some terrible hands. 68-14 is a score. I don't know what happened with Washington State. I mean, they gave us problems at the beginning of the series. Those first 4 times we played them, we just couldn't beat them. Now they just are pretty freaking bad. Let's go to edit coach here. So I have adaptive AI on balanced. I could change it to aggressive. I mean, that to me, it makes sense. What's up, man? Yeah, I think it makes sense to put it on aggressive, and we'll see. Like, I didn't know that was even a setting, so we'll put that on aggressive. We have a tough opponent in the next game, so we'll really see if it works, how it plays out. It'll require us to be more balanced on offense, which I already think we are. I think we're pretty balanced. How far are you into the series? Because this live stream is technically episode 88. All right, so we'll advance to the next week here. As far as the adaptive AI, I'm not even sure that, well, if they changed their defensive philosophy, that it would have even made a difference. Like, they were just not a good team. Maybe offensively, they would have decided to, try and combat what we're running on defense. But, I mean, that was, there's not really a whole lot that would have made that game different. Okay, on this season? All right. So you're pretty much right where you need to be. I put out an episode probably about once every other day. So you should be caught up by the time we reach the conference championship game or maybe the college football playoff if we make it there. I don't want to get my hopes up. So should I turn it back down? Because I don't want the AI to know what I'm running. I want the game to try and beat me the right way, and they have. I mean, you saw the game last year against Georgia. That was all on balance. The entire series has been on balance. We were just that good of a team against, a team like Washington State. I think I keep it on balanced. I just don't want to screw anything up. Especially here when this is like the last season. We're the number one team again, by the way. So that's pretty cool to see. Players of the week, Greg Tecklenburg, as deserved. So I'll keep it on balance. I don't know if that's cheesy to keep it on balance, but I was hoping we would see somebody here for the Heisman watch. Maryland and Oregon must have both lost. That's crazy. Here's what the bracket looks like then. We would be the number one seed. Arkansas and Oregon, two teams that we beat, would be up there. And we would play the winner of Penn State and Alabama. Like, that's not fair. Let me play the winner of Georgia and Fresno State so I can play the Bulldogs again. I would love to play Georgia again. And Fresno State's all the way up to number 4. They've had an excellent season. Oregon lost 24-14 against Ohio State, and Maryland lost 35-28 against Iowa. Georgia just fighting their way back up the polls here. And here's Notre Dame at 8-3. Memphis, they lost to Utah 32-27. So we're gonna get a battle here with Memphis. On the road too. If they lose and Notre Dame wins, we'll play Notre Dame. If Memphis beats us, it's going to be a rematch between us in back-to-back weeks. Notre Dame would be a difficult team to face, and I think that they honestly... let me look. I think they play a non-conference game to end this year. Well, Notre Dame actually is playing one less conference game than the rest of the conference, so must be because of like protected rivals or something. Who do they play this week? USC. So they're actually only playing 7 conference games. It must have been some part of their agreement to yeah, so they're going to be in with a Memphis loss. We win, we play Notre Dame. If we lose, we play Memphis again. That's what's going to happen here. But yeah, Loco, you think I should just roll with balanced adaptive AI? Because I don't want the CPU knowing my plays. I mean, that kind of defeats the purpose. I don't want it to give them like unnecessary advantages. Looking at Memphis's schedule, they lost to Boise to begin the season. They then lost to Georgia 45-13. We didn't lose to Georgia that bad. But then they rattled off 6 wins in a row before losing to Utah. At home, by the way. They beat Washington State 65-10. We beat them 68-14. Let's take a look at Memphis's roster here. Just kind of see what... And they have a lot better players here. Their defense isn't as good as on paper. But they do have some high overall guys. They have... their quarterback is out. And so it's going to be Kareem. It's going to be Kareem. Ogbong. Yeah, I'm glad I'm not doing post commentary with this because I would just call him Kareem O. Kareem Ogbo. Kareem Ogbon. I don't know. I don't know. He will be the quarterback. Jose Thrasher is their running back. He had a good game against us last year, if I'm not mistaken. They have Brian Hart at receiver. He's a really solid receiver. Their offensive line is a lot better. So they should hold up against our pass rush, although Russ Burson is out. And now Markel Griggs is going to be tasked with stopping Juan Lima. This guy's not good. Emmanuel Hay isn't bad. Their defensive tackle, Sam Dawkins, is out. So now they're relying on some lower overall guys. Their starting outside linebacker, Dennis Robinson's out. Now, D'Angelo Willies is pretty good, though. And their corners are a lot faster. So this is going to be a little bit better of a team to play for sure. Let's look at recruiting real quick. We did bring in a running back and Amari Sneed, 487th recruit in the nation. He has 91 speed. He's a receiving back, so he's kind of that archetype that I have been kind of looking for a little bit. And it looks like Quandre Worthy and Josh Hardman have both locked us out here. Jeremy Funchess and Donovan Joe must be twins with just different names. We could offer these guys a scholarship. Why not? I mean, the rest of these recruits that we're going after, I may have to make a hard decision to back out of these. Anthony Murray, we would probably bring him in. He'd probably commit after this week. You got Titus Cushenberry. The transfer portal, we're probably not going to bring anybody in the transfer portal this season. I'm going to go to the bathroom, then we'll get into this game against Memphis. Hopefully it's a better and more competitive game. I hope so. I'm not going to lie, Loco. You got me wondering what I should do with this adaptive AI stuff. Let me just do some research real quick, if you guys don't mind. How did it play out for you? Because I'm curious to just I'm open to trying it. I am open to trying it. It would force me to have to lock in, that's for sure. Then let's do it. Let's do it. Let's stop being scared. Let's do it. I'll put it on aggressive, and there's a good chance that I'll probably forget that I ever even did it after I finish this live stream. So one thing I want to look at here is records. I'm curious. Sacks is 6. I wonder, did we break a record that last game with? No, we didn't. And then career national sacks. Malik Love had 67. That was in this series. So 67 career sacks. I'm interested in what Juan Lima is at. I don't think he's going to get there. $13 sacks so far this season for Juan Lima. His sophomore year was kind of weird. He's having a great season this go around. Now let's see how hard this gets here. I don't know. It's the game of the week. It's like the 4th time this season we've been featured in the game of the week. I want to give Memphis their all gray if possible. There you go. And then we can rock some kind of combination of... that right there. We'll see. Will the CPU get a leg up on me now with the adaptive AI going to aggressive? I would have never known that existed. And you know what? I actually think it was. I think when I was creating the series, I thought that was like how fast, how often they go like no huddle or whatever the case may be. But it makes sense that like it would make, they adapt to your play style, which I want them to do. I don't want to be able to call the same plays and they never adapt. I just don't want them to now know exactly what I'm running, even though I'm trying to have an unpredictable approach. I try to be balanced. I don't try to run the same plays all the time. I do run a lot of the same concepts, but I don't run the exact same play. That's good, because I don't run cheese plays. Like I said, I run the same concepts, not the same plays necessarily. There are a handful of plays that I'm going to call maybe 3 or 4 times a game, like the same play. But other than that, like the rest of them are pretty much unique to that specific game. Defensively, though, I like to run the same plays. And that's where I think I might get bit a little bit here. Is I like to run the same plays. We'll see if that ends up biting me. I might need to adjust my shell. And if I'm running cover 4, I might need to adjust my shell to show cover 3. What's Greg Tecklenburg doing there? Tecklenburg had an excellent game last week with 5 sacks. Let's see how he performs today as they dump underneath, and I'm already getting worried about this game. Here comes Garrison off the edge. He's not going to get there in time. It's a pickup of 3. See how we do in man defense here. Especially when we got to play a team like... Oh, we're lucky he dropped that because Pat Snow got burnt. But especially like if we play a team like Oregon again, which I don't want to have to do. And a terrible pass will get us off the field. This is their backup quarterback. Their starter is injured. It's Kareem Ogbong is what we'll have to call him. I don't know how to say his full name. So Steve Ellis out there going to get a chance to return this one. Their gray uniforms are going to mess me up a little bit, I feel like. Zach Qualls, 609 yards receiving on the season, 42 catches. Only 2 touchdowns, though. Stadium Pulse going crazy here in Memphis. And they sniff it out early. Firkser underneath picks up 3 yards. See what they do here. They go man coverage. I don't know if they're going to. Qualls 3 yards shy. The drive started with a negative. They sniff out the run. And there's no sense in being aggressive early in the game. Hopefully this doesn't just go straight out of bounds. And I think we got lucky on the last possession. I think they had a guy open. Just poor accuracy by the quarterback, and I think that was what got us off the field there. They're going with a trick play now. You never see trick plays. That's the first time I've seen the CPU run a trick play, and it about worked. Well, it didn't about work, but it was a nice try. It was a nice try. So 2nd and 10. We're sticking in the 4-3 here. They're going to show 2 tight end sets. As they go with the run to Jose Thrasher up the middle, and he picks up 2 yards. An opportunity to get off of the field here. I don't envision them running it. They could go with a draw here. The CPU loves to do that. 2 tight end set. They will pass, and here comes the blitz. Lima with the sack. Another sack for Juan Lima. And we're going to get off the field again, force a punt, and allow the offense to come back out. You know what? No bars hold now, or whatever that saying is. We are going for the throat of Memphis here. We're set up in good field position. We are going for the throat. I want to try and run the ball against these guys, but at the same time, we'll see. They're throwing 2 high safeties here. No holds barred. Thanks. There's Blunt for 4. No bars hold. I'm sure there's so many times when I'm playing these games that I say something and you're like, that's not how you say that, dude. 2nd and 6. They do sniff out the run again. See, I don't think I'm being too predictable. They are pressing us, though, and like I've already talked about it. When you press my receivers like this, I tend to want to take advantage of it, and Jiminy Christmas. So far, no good. Decent punt, fielded at the 19 and taken up to the 25. So far, no good from our offense. Now it kind of feels like the running game is being shut down, which might be a good thing, because instead of messing with sliders and... Speaking of which, I am going to put Deshaun Layman in. Defense is looking good. They are looking good, and really, they're not keeping us in this game because the game's so early on, but they do look good. I don't think Memphis would be driving down the field and making us look silly. Oh, jeez. Just a bunch of people there. Let's bring pressure. See if we can get there. Here it is, and it's going to be a Juan Lima sack Although I think they're going to give it to Tecklenburg because the game registers him getting the sack because he touched him first. That's something we've seen so much here in this series is perfectly timed blitzes when we need them. And the offense, the opposing offense just not really being ready for it. So far, we've been playing good on defense. Offense has struggled. And the thing that's unfortunate about that is we've been set up in good field position. They're probably expecting a run right here, I would imagine. So let's swap it up. Firkser for 5. Four for 4 so far for Anthony Tobin. This time the run's going to work, and it's a holding. It's Darrell Firkser. He's getting tired. Couldn't hold on to that block. And that backs us up 2nd and 15 now. Oh, my. Oh, boy. It's not looking good. It is not looking good. True in press coverage. He's got a step, but he might have been out of bounds. He was not out of bounds, and he's into the red zone. Zach Truin with a huge play. We might have just caught a break right there because it felt like he was out. Just running down the sidelines unless he was, I don't know, 49-yard pass, though, to Truin. And a huge 3rd and 25 conversion. Let's see if they sniff out the run here. They're not going to. Lehman up the middle to the 5-yard line. A gain of 13. Tobin will scramble and he scores. You leave a hole open like that, and Anthony Tobin's going to take advantage of it. It's a 7-0 Utah State lead. Let me not say that prematurely. And it was started by the 3rd and 25 deep ball conversion from Anthony Tobin to Zach Truin. And we started slow, but a nice possession there. And the defense is doing their thing if they can continue to do that. Another thing I hope that the adaptive AI doesn't do. It did feel like I had to earn it. But the one thing I hope it doesn't do is I hope we don't get up to like a 14-0 lead and now the AI turns into like a juggernaut. It turns into Tom Brady in the second half against the Atlanta Falcons. If it does that, that's going to suck, but it makes you can't get too complacent. You have to keep your foot on the pedal and continue to play smart football. Here's Jose Thrasher. Dylan Garrison with a nice play. Crazy thing is, Garrison, I think, is considered a pass coverage linebacker, but it feels like he's better against the run. As here comes Kugbila, and it's another sack for this defense. They're incredible. What is that celebration? I mean, I'm all for it. And that's how you close out the first quarter. I'll tell you what, the defense is still doing their thing. Negative 13 yards for Memphis. That was a fun first quarter there. It did feel like it required a lot more to move down the field. I'm gonna take. Let's leave Lehman in the game. For now, let's leave him in the game. I can see them going with a draw here on 3rd and long. Because they have 2 tight ends in the set. We're bringing 4, cover 4. Nearly intercepted by Miguel Catapano. It's going to force a punt, though. No return for Steve Allison. That will bring the offense back out. They are stacking the box here. I think they're expecting a run for sure. He tried to get what he could. Here's where I love running this play, and we'll see what they do defensively. Truin could get this and run for 8 yards. I mean, he does it if we read it correctly. No, that's, you got to get that block if you're Tyquan Garrett. You have to get that block. Layman underneath, and he's a couple of inches shy. We've been conservative for the most part so far in this game. I'm not going to be conservative here. I'm going to go with a halfback dive. You're showing me that defensive front. I could go quarterback sneak, but that does get cheesy at times. Let's go dive, and Layman's got the first down. Like I said, I've been conservative. I'm not going to be conservative on that play. Spreading them out here. I think this is the perfect time to run the ball. Layman up the middle, and Deshaun Layman with another good run. And he's a little tired, so let's take him out. We'll put Blunt back in the game. It does feel like now we have a 2 running back system. Daniel Jones just hasn't been that great this season. He just really hasn't. So it kind of has, in a sense, turned into this 2 running back system. I'd love to be able to hit the deep ball here to Zach Qualls. They have 3 defensive backs down there. I don't like to usually take over for the receiver there. I don't usually like to do that, but in that situation, I mean, I got to look at the replay because who was on Tyquan Garrett? Oh my gosh. At this point, we had already thrown the ball. No, we haven't. Tyquan Garrett was wide open. That was weird. It's like they sold out to stop like 2 guys. Blunt's got the first down, though. I don't know how many times I've tried this play. Let's try it here, though, and see if Ferkser can somehow get open. Said we're going to go to Truin, and he's going to have a first down. Putting together a drive now. Zach Truin with 3 catches. Putting together a pretty good first half himself. Just slow getting there was Demarius Ahmad. Second and 8. We might be able to run the ball in this defense here. I'm going to try it. And he's got a first down. We're running the ball well now. We're starting to get a groove. I don't know what the call is going to be here. It's going to be holding on Demarius Ahmad. Come on, guys. First and 20, I'm running the ball again here. Memphis really just feels like they haven't touched the ball, but they haven't really put together a drive. And that was a huge hit on Xavier Blunt. Tobin's going to scramble. Tobin's got space inside the 5, and he slides down at the 4. So we do something like this. I don't think it's going to work. Let's just run the ball. We could get Tobin these stats. He's got 31 touchdowns on the season passing, but we're trying to run it here. Pick up 2 yards. They might try to sniff it out here. 2-minute timeout. Oh, man. This would be a huge opportunity wasted if we're not able to get this in here. Oh my gosh. He didn't block there on that play. Number 62, our guard, Winters. He did not. He decided, I'm not blocking. And he about cost us a touchdown here. If I can select him. Gee, many Christmas. Come on. Yeah, he decided. What's he doing? Come on, man. About cost us a touchdown. I'm going to put Daniel Jones in for the next possession. And see if he can give us a little bit of a spark. The running game is starting to perform a lot better, though. And I think that so far, the little AI thing we did has made it more difficult, but it's not giving us the most amount of problems in the world. If I had it on balanced, I don't know that the game would be any different than what it is right now, to be honest. I think that it probably would be about the same. The game sound cut off? All right, let's see. What the heck? All right, let's see. Should be working now. Is it working now? Let me pause it again. I gotta get back over to... All right, working. Sweet. 1st and 10. They're gonna go deep on the first play. And I think that AI is starting to catch on to me running cover 2, because that's exactly what we just did. And they hit us with the whole shot. No, you know what? I'll tell you exactly what happened. I didn't even select a play because I was trying to fix my... I mean, I think that offensive play was clearly designed to try and stop our cover 2, but I didn't even select that play because I was trying to fix the sound. So I'm going to chalk it up as that's just me not... I didn't pick my play. I want Steve Ellis to break one so bad. All right, minute 39 to try and put a drive together here. Looks like they're going to try and bring pressure. This might be a perfectly designed screen to Jones then. If John Winters can get out there and throw that block fast enough. Zach Truman's got a step. Oh, and he can't come down with it. He had it. He did have a step there. It's all right. We're going to try and take it back, though. That's what we're going to try and do. And I'm going to try and throw this one deep to Truin again. We'll see what their safety does here. Dang, their corner was all over that. And Truin came down with it. Zach Truin. He couldn't make the diving catch to play before, but on this one right here, a contested reception, and he's over 100 yards already in this game. Zach Truin right now is playing the best game he's played of his career at the moment. Tyquan Garrett now to the end zone. Touchdown, Utah State. Again, it looked like Garrett was out of bounds there for a half second. Qualls is a really good route runner, really good hands, but the speed is where I think he isn't able to separate himself or play the way that, Tyquan Garrett does. 90 speed is really, really good. But Garrett's got that 96 speed, and Qualls he's just that leader at receiver that you want. He's got 92 catching, and his route running is incredible. Garrett, didn't get the offseason development that we hoped for, but he's been really good. And Zach Truin's been a really good deep threat for us as well. Now I think for the remainder of this first half, we got to make sure that we play solid defense. He's that dependable guy. It's like 3rd and 8, and you need a first down conversion. You're going to look his way because he can hang on to things through contact. He's going to get open on those short routes, those medium routes. He's not known for being a deep threat guy. And really, I don't even think that Tyquan Garrett's necessarily supposed to be that guy either. The defense cannot get beat deep here. They just can't. No matter what happens. If they drive down the field and make a play, then they drive down the field and make a play. They can't get beat deep. Quarterback steps up, picks up 5. With a victory in this game, we will play Notre Dame in the Pac-12 championship game. With a loss, we would play against Memphis again. I would like to say that with even a loss in the Pac-12 championship game. Oh, what a play. What a play. An excellent conversion there for Memphis. But I'd like to say if we win this game and then go on to lose against Notre Dame, that we would still make the college football playoff. But we saw it the one year where we lost to Boise and then won the Pac-12 championship game and then got left out after only having one loss the entire season. So they've used their second timeout now. They are passing. We know they're passing here. 41 seconds to go. I'd love to be able to get pressure. What in the world was that? It's going to count as a run. And the fact that we still gave up yardage like that is ridiculous to Jose Thrasher. 3rd and 11. A chance to get off the field here. We're bringing 4. This is one of my favorite defensive plays that I call. He's got all day to throw, and it's wide open across the middle. And Georgia beat us on that same coverage a lot last year in that Cotton Bowl. In that Cotton Bowl, we called that play, and they beat us quite often. Memphis, though, not running hurry-up offense and taking their sweet old time with the clock running. Their coach needs to be fired after something like that. That was ridiculous. And now with 13 seconds left, they're still going to try and call. I shouldn't even have called a timeout there because now I feel like they're going to send the field goal team out. No, they're going to keep trying to play. 13 seconds to go. A sack here would, I don't know that it would actually end this half. I think they might actually have enough time because I don't do the runoff. There's a sack. Like I said, I don't know. No, they're not. The runoff is going to help us, even though I don't have a runoff or a minimal play clock But in that scenario, it did work. And a really bad coaching decision by Memphis there. All right, both teams passing the ball really well. Memphis has better receivers, so it's expected for them to be able to pass the ball more efficiently. Their quarterback's not that good, though. Their quarterback isn't the greatest. And outside of one bad defensive play, we're winning this game 21-0. And we're getting the ball to begin the second half. I think that this team is rolling. I don't want to get my, I don't want to start getting cocky. But this team is rolling right now. And I don't care if we put this on Heisman and we put 0 sliders for us and 100 for the opponent. I think we'd still win these games. Let me not get too cocky with it now. Oh, he can't hear me. Truin can, however. Oh, man. Yep, and that was, at the end of the day, just doing too much. And now they're going to change up what they're running on defense now. I think we had press coverage on Zach Truin, who's just been dominant all game. Nice little run from Blunt on that play. There's Blunt up the middle, and he picks up good yardage there. So, 2 runs now. Here is Tyquan Garrett. Can Truin block downfield? No. But a huge play all the way to the 27. And I'm just going to run the ball. I was going to go with a play action, but I don't think that's the right call here. 1st and 10 at the 27. We go with the run. Blunt up the middle, picks up 9 yards. And we are now starting to get a running game going. It felt like early they were just going to be good at stopping the run in this one. We're starting to get some momentum now with the running game. This might go to Truin out there. No, it's going to go to Blunt on the run. Excellent job from Utah State there. I think that they're going to sell out to stop the run on this play. Oh my gosh. The blocking was good, just Blunt couldn't maneuver his way. I don't want to do... Garrett. Oh, no. And that's what I was just talking about. Or Zach Qualls drops it. And at that point. Oh, man. We probably should have kicked the field goal there. I can't lie. We probably should have. That's probably on me there. Here comes Lima with another sack. His 3rd of the game. The offense has definitely been slowed down. Lima with 3.5 sacks. Now 2nd and 20. They go with a draw. 3rd and 17. Can somebody tackle this guy? If he didn't slide there, I think there's a chance he picks up the first down. Defense continues to dominate. The offense a little cold right now, it would seem. But I'm not really entirely worried about it. Ellis, man, he's having a rough time of it out there. Picks up 4. 3rd and 6 upcoming now. There's Ferkser. Nice little play to Darrell Ferkser there. That play is made by Anthony Tobin. Lehman was just moving slow there, it felt like. Second sack for Memphis. And now 3rd and 11 upcoming. And that's caught by Zach Qualls. Man, an excellent pass right there from Anthony Tobin. 231 yards. I mean, this kid is pretty freaking good. Looks like they're going to try and bring pressure here. I'd love to go to Tyquan Garrett on the outside. They back out of it. Tobin will... Ah, man, I think Qualls was open there for a second. It's all right. Picked up 8. Who held? Steve Giraldo on the holding. So, I mean, backs you up again. I like this O-line. The holding hasn't been like a problem like it's been the last couple of seasons. Maybe Lehman can get open here. Third and 11 now. Devontae Haslam in the game now. Not a player you usually see out there for us. And Tobin's going down. I mean, just a terrible end to the drive. And a 51-yarder now. He's got the leg for this. I know Villalobos can make this. He got it. Oh my gosh, what a kick for Villalobos. Oh my gosh, what a kick. To make it a 17-point game. He hit it right on the... Oh, my gosh. After a terrible kick in the last game, one that hit the pylon. It was so bad. He makes a 51-yarder on the road to make it a 3-possession game. 24-7 is the score. Right now, I think we're in a good position to hold on. I think we are in a good position right now. I don't think that the AI thing that we changed, here's another trick play, and it's going to go for a loss this time. The first time it went for no gain. This time it's a loss. And I think they're trying their luck too many times with that play. It didn't work the first time really well, so I don't know why they tried it a second time. Now they're running on 2nd and 15. If we can get some pressure here on 3rd and 12. I mean, I'm only going to bring the 3. Tecklenburg, Garrison, and Lima. Lima with 3.5 sacks already. We bring 4. And it's held on to. I mean, an excellent catch right there. I like Miguel Catapano, but it feels like at times he just does not make plays. I know that's not the case, but that's how it feels sometimes. Second and 6 now. We'll see. They're going to go with a run to Jose Thrasher. Excellent block on Awesome there. 3rd and 2. I'm curious to see what they're going to do on this play. Third quarter is winding down. Probably the last play. 2 tight ends. They got an I formation. They're running the ball. Jose Thrasher up the middle for a first down. And that's how the third quarter is going to close out. It's a 17-point game. The offense has struggled a little bit in this game. It definitely has. The defense, they're doing their thing. So 1st and 10 at midfield. They go play action. And he's open and he drops it. Pat Snow on the pass breakup. Pat Snow has been pretty good for us. I mean, he's made some crazy plays defensively. Like some crazy plays. So the interception that he had, the option play that he just picked out of the air. And that's going to bring up a 3rd and 3. I don't know what they're going to do here. They might try to run it. We're coming with pressure, and the ball is free, and it's picked up by John Fowler at the 41-yard line. And Utah State at this point is thinking about a victory, and they're thinking about Las Vegas and the Pac-12 championship game. It was B.J. Garrison who got in there, forced the ball free, and it was John Fowler who scooped it up, and Utah State, like I said, they're thinking about that Pac-12 championship game now. Ah, Tobin, only 2 yards there. Third and 4. I'm gonna go with a play action here. I don't know what they think I'm gonna do. All right, that wasn't a great possession there. I think on 4th down though, I think we could. He didn't get it. Oh my gosh, dude. This defense, I mean, this offense has not played well today. They've really had a tough time, it feels like. 2 touchdowns for Tobin in today's game. I'm trying to get them some momentum here before we inevitably have to play a Notre Dame team that is a good team. Like, I'm not gonna expect to play Notre Dame and expect a victory, even though we beat them earlier in the season. I'm trying to get some momentum going. 3rd and 8. They go underneath and they got a first down. Here's pressure and a sack for Tecklenburg. He had 5 a week ago. And that's 8 sacks now for Utah State in this game. The defense has done their thing. I'm not worried about the interactive AI or whatever it is as far as the defense goes. It's more so my offensive performance today has just not been good. 3rd and 14 upcoming. Well, he knows what I'm running here. But it doesn't matter because Greg Tecklenburg and Dylan Garrison have other plans. I mean, again, it really does not matter if they know what we're running. 4th and 21, and it's another sack. It's Dylan Garrison. It's number 10 on the game for this Utah State defense. Unbelievable how good this defense is. It's the best in the nation. We called this play in the last game with Stephen Beebe. I'm going to call it again and see if it works. If it works at all. Nope. I mean, he was open. Just pressure got there in time. And so 3rd and 10. This has been atrocious. This offense has just looked ugly. 53-yard field goal now? Or would we just say screw it and punt it away? I mean, the offense has looked bad. I'll let the clock wind down, and I'm just going to punt it away. So, Loco, do you think that the reason that the offense has looked so bad is because of the adaptive AI? Or do you think that this game would have played out like this regardless? Because the offenses look bad, but they've made enough plays. At this point, Tobin is starting to get a little bit of a risk of injury, so it's like I don't want to... I'm just trying to get out of here at this point. This one will go into the end zone for a touchback. Memphis doesn't really have a chance at this point. 10 sacks. I mean, we've allowed 4, and I think that's maybe the most that we've allowed all season in a single game. That could definitely be the case. Yeah, 24-7. I mean, we haven't thrown an interception. We did establish some kind of a rhythm running the football. The defense has played amazing. It's more so been like 3rd down offense and plays that lead up to that 3rd down. It is a good win. And you're talking about on the road against the 18th ranked team in a game of the week. It is. It is a good victory. It's just I know for a fact 11 sacks is ridiculous, but I know for a fact that when we play a team like Georgia, they're better than Memphis. Notre Dame, in my opinion, is probably better than Memphis. Oregon is better than Memphis. Now, this isn't even a close game, necessarily. I mean, it's a 3-possession game. It could easily be considered a blowout victory. I mean, it is. I mean, according to this game, when you put have guys come in on recruiting visits, 17 points is considered a blowout victory. Ooh, that could have been a pick from Mike Perkins. He was in a really good position there. Steve Ellis matched up in man coverage there. He got beat. But that was also a good pass by Kareem, though, because it was thrown with anticipation. This might be the lowest yards I think we've had, though, and first downs. It's like 330 yards of offense, 16 first downs. I mean, we've had better games, and it's a bad drop right there. .53 seconds remaining here in Memphis. To the end zone, and too tall. Not getting the defensive line rotation that I wanted this season. But, like, oh my gosh, we're lucky again. What's going on out here with Dante Kahn? Press coverage for whatever reason, I don't know. Whoa. What? Why is he... Oh my gosh. We got lucky. I am calling different plays right now, though. These are plays that I've never ran. Like, that was a cover 3 that I've never ran before. It's pretty clear that it didn't work that well. 4th and 10. Across the middle, intercepted by B.J. Garrison. I was making fun of his hands earlier, and he might have a pick 6. The backup quarterback's got some wheels, but it's not enough to catch B.J. Garrison. 83 yards. And this defense is dominant. It's the best defense in college football. The offense definitely took a back seat in this game. The defense, however, did not. And we are going to be heading to Las Vegas for the Pac-12 championship game. This is the last full season where I will play every game of this dynasty. And it's a make or break dynasty. I mean, season in the dynasty. We are wanting to win a national championship. It's national championship or bust. And we're trying to win it all. We got the defense to do it. I think we have the offense to do it. And I like this score a little bit more. 31-7, I like it. I like it a little more. Jamison Awesome just won't get out of his stance. 19 seconds to go. I want to get a sack with Awesome here. Texas did win their game, so they're the 3rd ranked team in the nation. 2nd and 10. Ogbonna gets out of the pocket. What a reception there by that receiver. He's a 90 overall for a reason. That's how you come back to the football. 189 yards receiving is ridiculous. Dylan Garrison, I'm just going to make sure he doesn't even get involved in the play here because he's at risk of an injury. Catapano is struggling out there in coverage, it feels like. 31-7 to final. I think that's enough for us to be the #1 team in the nation still. Tobin was good. 235 yards passing, 69% completion percentage. 1 touchdown through the air, 1 on the ground. He didn't turn the ball over. It is 32 touchdowns, 7 interceptions in the regular season. And one thing that Memphis didn't allow us to do in this game was complete the deep balls on those one-on-one man coverage. I guess they did a couple of times, so I'm lying a little bit there. But it's a perfect regular season. We have 16 first downs, 330 yards. We ran the ball 30 times. We tried our hardest to get a running game going. I think we did. We did take some sacks, and that's why that's hurting our number a little bit. We were good passing the football. We were decent on third downs, as a matter of fact. I feel like maybe it was... something was off a little bit offensively in this game. I just think that there was things we didn't really do the best in this game. Memphis, though, Kareem, 79 overall, pretty good quarterback. They didn't run the ball very well, though. Kareem got sacked, lost 78 yards in this game, but Jose Thrasher wasn't good anyways. And it was Spencer Lyerla, the tight end, and then Brian Hart was really good at receiver. He's a senior, though, so we won't have to worry about him again. Anthony Tobin, really solid performance. Xavier Blunt, 4 yards per carry, really good. Deshaun Layman, 5 yards per carry. I think the running game did its thing. It did struggle to begin the game, though. No doubt about it. Darrell Ferkser, 4 catches. Another thing I think the reason the offense might have struggled a little bit is I think they did do a lot better at blitzing in this game. And they did a lot better at getting through our offensive line. But 4.5 sacks for Juan Lima, 2.5 for Garrison. Lima could break the all-time record now if he keeps doing this. Tecklenburg with 2 more. Kugbila and Garrison each with 1, and then BJ Garrison with the INT. The sacks for them went to Jermaine Tate, who's not good. Emmett Hart, who's not good. So that is like the one concerning thing. But it's well-timed blitzes. That's probably what it boils down to, is it's well-timed blitzes. We get lucky with that all the time, so it is what it is. I'm going to keep doing this with this adaptive AI, though, on aggressive. I'm going to keep it the way it is. Now, one thing I saw when I was on Reddit, when I was looking on Reddit for a second there, it did say that it will go from game to game. So if it sees you play well against, like, for example, this game, then the next game will be harder. Did you find that, Loco, or is it just kind of like on a game-by-game basis, or does it carry over until the next game? Because that's another thing. I don't want Notre Dame to come out and just start dominating us all of a sudden because I beat Memphis. I want it to be a game-by-game basis. They're adaptive. Nothing to talk about in recruiting, so we can just go ahead and advance. Anthony Murray. Just take it off, you think, for Notre Dame? Here's a interesting name. Ayusefa Tung. Braden Landers, a middle linebacker. So we're getting to the point now where we have a full class. Juan Lima is your Pac-12 Defensive Player of the Week with his 4.5 sack performance. And he is your National Defensive Player of the Week as well. As expected. And it's Notre Dame. They're 18th in the nation. We're first. We can go ahead and look too. We played Notre Dame earlier in the season, won 31-24. Our offense wasn't good in this game. They stopped the run pretty well. We turned the ball over twice. Stephen Beebe, I remember now. Stephen Beebe had to come in and save us in this game because Anthony Tobin had gotten hurt. I wish the one thing I wish you could do is just hit a button and it tell you exactly what adaptive AI is. So there's conservative, which would mean that you'd probably be able to abuse it. Loco, if it's all right with you, I think I'm going to keep it on aggressive. Just to see, because I don't know with how this game plays, on how it even works. I'll keep it on aggressive, because I don't even know how this game works, and I can tell you that Whatever happens out of it, I think we're going to be in the college football playoff. Make sure it's saved. Yeah. So we'll see. I mean, Juan Lima is in the Heisman watch. Okay. Juan Lima in the Heisman watch now. That's not the guy I expected to see here, but with the season that he's had and the team that we have, it makes sense why he's there. Here's a look at the college football playoff bracket. We are the number 1 seed at the moment. Oregon is sitting there. Arkansas must have lost because they're no longer there. And look, it's Georgia versus Wisconsin. The winner of that game plays us, if the season were to end right now. I told you at the beginning, when we did our off-season live stream, I told you guys, I said, you know, I'm not going to schedule Georgia in the regular season because I feel like we're going to see them again. We might just see them again. You could look at recruiting here. We did bring in a couple of guys. Landers. Who is the other guy? I know I said we brought in like 2 guys. One of them was the corner, Anthony Murray. Titus Cushenberry we might miss out on, maybe. But we brought in Braden Landers, Anthony Murray, and Josefa Tung. So we did bring in some recruits here. That's 20 guys that we've gotten in this class. And it's the 4th best recruiting class in the nation. This is the best recruiting class we've ever had, and I'm setting this team up for success in the future. Yeah, I mean, I think... well, because I got other things I got to do today. I got some errands I got to run, some chores I got to do. I need to mow my yard bad. But tonight I am recording the Pac-12 championship, though. I am going to record the Pac-12 championship game tonight, and I don't know when it's going to be out. I know I hate doing this because I wish I could put the video out tomorrow, but it's trying to find time to do the audio after the fact. I usually like to do 2 at once. So I'll probably do the Pac-12 championship tonight, and then I'll probably end up recording. I have work this weekend, so I'll probably end up having to record the first round game on Monday. So I'm going to tell you probably Tuesday, Wednesday, probably Wednesday, unfortunately. It's just, unfortunately, it's just kind of the way my schedule works and the stuff I got going on. Wednesday is probably when you're going to see the conference championship game, which kind of, that sucks. No, Tuesday. Let's go Tuesday. You're going to see I don't know. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think. I don't know. I hate doing it like that, though, because I know it's frustrating. Contract extended. Let's go ahead and sign it. Jalen Clark is going to get extended. One thing I don't get, though, is why is it not letting me manage my staff right here? Coach abilities, maybe? I just want to make sure nobody left. Hoffman and Canaday are still here. Hoffman's one of the best offensive coordinators in the nation. Lima should still probably be in the Heisman watch. He is number 3. So the adaptive AI is staying on, so that's just going to... It's going to make it interesting here. This Notre Dame game is going to require me to lock in and be laser focused. Apparently, we don't have a conference or what? I mean, I don't... What is going on right now? So we're extended. So I don't know. let's just check these conference championship games. Here's the Pac-12, Big 12 championship. TCU and Houston. You got UMass, Toledo, Texas, and Arkansas. So Georgia's not even in the SEC championship game. You got Ohio State versus Oregon in the Big 10 championship game. Miami, NC State in the ACC championship game. It's us and Notre Dame in the Pac-12 championship game. And without playing those games, here's your bracket. It's going to be interesting. Buckle up because we're going to have some crazy games upcoming. I might be able to put the Pac-12 championship game out on Tuesday. That I might be able to do. I know that's not like crazy or anything, but it's better than Wednesday, I guess. But that's going to do it for this live stream, though. We got Notre Dame in the next one. We got adaptive AI put up to aggressive. So will Notre Dame give us a problem, or will this defense continue to roll, and will this offense continue to be effective? I hope we can, finish this strong, win a national championship. I want to do it so badly. That way I feel like I can properly end this series. Thanks for hanging around, guys, and I will see you guys in the Pac-12 championship game. See ya.